Namaskar. Welcome to Conversations with Rakesh. Last week we had a very interesting debate on this word called sorry. And I thought I'll pick this topic for today's video. Now, the word sorry is a very old word, connects with feelings. The etymology is connected to sorrow and many other old words from English, German, and variety of cultures all over the world. We use sorry to convey our feelings. We use sorry when we made a mistake. And we use sorry when we sometimes have to politely say no and reject something, right? So I'm not going to focus on the rejection, self-confidence, self-esteem issues, why we say sorry, because you'll find many videos which say don't say sorry. And those videos are right. I mean, we don't have to say sorry for things we have not done because it's a sign of low self-esteem. So we need to fix that. And I will not focus on the feelings of sorry. When we say sorry, when let's say somebody has lost someone or something, and we have to say a sentence which has the use of the word sorry to empathize with them and also convey our feelings. So I'm not going to focus on these two parts. I'm going to focus on mistakes, which are very, very common in our day-to-day life. All of us work in companies, have our own ventures, are studying. We live in a very VUCA world. Things are not in our control and we will make mistakes. And that's where the problem is, that sometimes we don't want to own the mistake and say sorry. And to me, that's the problem. So the focus of this video is how do we say sorry, especially if we have made a mistake. And the reason we don't say sorry is that culturally, when we make a mistake, our name is called in the classroom or in a public session. Everybody judges us as a very incompetent person because that mistake is treated as a sign of incompetence. So we feel that sorry is that method to now convey this feeling that we go through, amend for our mistakes, and we don't like being judged as an incompetent person. So that is a very big reason why we don't want to say sorry. The second big reason is that many companies, and this comes in our classrooms many times, that in the textbooks and leadership studies, we say that leadership studies require you to say sorry. It's a sign of humility, strength, vulnerability, blah, blah, blah. But the moment you say sorry, somebody in your organization will document it, that you made a mistake, put it in your performance management system and give you some punishment. So we get scared with that कि यार अब sorry बोलूँगा तो तुम मेरे को लटकाओगे and I'll be the scapegoat for the whole organization, which is many times the case. So many of us don't want to say sorry कि boss sorry बोलूँगा तो मरूँगा. So if you are a manager and if you have teams, please realize your company should have a culture where apologies, sorry should be encouraged. It creates a positive environment. But if you're going to record it and put it in their performance management system, nobody's going to do it and you'll have a toxic culture. And the last is, we don't say sorry because it hurts our ego. I mean, we don't want to say sorry. Why would I? And this is where arrogance, attitude comes in. And I'll give you an example. I was called to a meeting, and as an entrepreneur, I'm either talking to investors or buyers to build relationships for my products and training programs that we do and programs. Now, this big investor had set up a meeting and sent his business analyst from a very prestigious Ivy League college. And the meeting was at 3 o'clock and I joined at 3 o'clock, and 3:05 nobody turns up, 3:07 nobody turns up. So I messaged this business analyst that, hey, I'm waiting. So I get a response back that my other meeting is delayed, I will join. At 3:08 or 9 he joins. Not an iota of apology anywhere. And the meeting starts. So I interrupt him. I said that, see, I've been waiting here. And so he again tries to justify. Yeah, my other meeting got delayed, so I couldn't do anything. So I got a little bit upset, and I teach soft skills, communication. So I said that, dear Mr. So-and-so, I respect that you had a busy day, so have I. The least you can do is tell us sorry. And the meeting didn't go very well because this person would not say sorry. He kept justifying that my meeting got delayed, it's not my fault. And I mean, I'm sure he's a very good person, he very well educated and all that, but I think it's a sign of arrogance. You made a mistake, you didn't come on time, you should apologize. It's a right thing to do. And if you don't apologize, at least don't justify. Don't be a person with attitude कि भैया हमारी क्या गलती है, पुरानी मीटिंग खत्म हो गई. So I actually told him, would you do this if I was your boss? And he said no. I said why? I mean, office protocol. I said exactly. Just because I'm a person asking your money doesn't make me any less important. And your boss is important. I get it. Paisa वहाँ से आता है, but I'm also important. So please respect my time. And the meeting ended. So I don't want to work with such companies which have arrogant human beings. And I've decided कि ठीक है, if they don't take my product and service, I am okay with that. So no problem. But the point is that it's a sign of arrogance. And many of us don't realize that we don't want to say sorry because of our ego, but it has a very bad impression on others. And this is where I request you to focus on how we can say sorry. Why is it important to say sorry? The two big reasons why we should say sorry is that one, I think it's a sign of strength and leadership. It is not a sign of incompetence or weakness. If you have made a mistake, if something in your product is not working and your customer or buyer said कि यार नहीं चल रहा है, instead of justifying कि क्यों नहीं चल रहा है, just say I'm sorry and fix it. I think what is important at that time is your ability to make sure that this mistake is closed. That is competence and it is appreciated. The world loves it. See, we all make mistakes. You cannot have a resume with zero mistakes. So what you should do is feel very empowered to use sorry when you have made a mistake, but make sure that you don't make the same mistake twice, right? The second thing of why sorry is very important is that when I say sorry to you, I'm giving you a signal that you're important to me. Your relationship is very important to me. So it's a sign of collaboration. It's a sign of trust, and trust increases when two people come together. Mistake has happened. One of them says that, hey, you're important to me. I'll work very well and make sure that this relationship is there. So I'm sorry. So these are the two reasons why we should say sorry. Now let's see how we can say sorry. And I think this is where there is this lovely movie that happened, Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara. And Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara had this scene where Hrithik Roshan and Farhan Akhtar had a spat. And the spat was because Farhan Akhtar is a little jovial person. He throws Hrithik Roshan's phone out. It's a very funny scene. And Hrithik Roshan gets very upset and he's like, this is not funny and you took away my girlfriend and that's not funny. And in the past they had this issue where Farhan Akhtar had taken over Hrithik Roshan's girlfriend, and this issue was simmering hot. And it's a very tense moment of the movie. And Farhan Akhtar in a very cavalier attitude says, "Kya sorry bola na, what else do you want me to do?" And Hrithik Roshan looks at him in the eye and said, "Ki sorry bola, lekin dil se nahi bola." And till the day you convey that apology or say sorry from your heart and you mean it, that's when this issue will get closed. I think that's what we should focus on. That when we have made a mistake, let's first own the mistake. Galti ho gayi. Alright? And the words are that step one, please make sure that when you say sorry, your non-verbals play a very crucial role. So it should sound like a genuine sorry. Arey bola na sorry is not a sorry. Sorry, not a sorry. The face and the tone have to convey that you've made a mistake. The other person should feel that you mean those words. So please practice it. It is not theater, but it is human values. That I'm very sorry I gave you a bad product. So that is very important. The sentence has to be said with that emotion, and the word sorry should be spelled very clearly. Some people apply jargon, so they use apology and all that. It's up to you. I think the word sorry is in its pure form is good enough. So don't beat around the bush. somewhere sorry should come as early as possible. So step number one, say a sentence with proper tonality and gestures and the word sorry in it. The second thing is, say a next sentence which can capture how your mistake has made the other person feel. So a good example would be, I'm sorry I gave you a bad product. I can imagine that it has caused you frustration and disappointment. What a great sentence, because you are now empathizing with the other person. So please try and say a second sentence which has an empathy of how your mistake has harmed, impacted the other person. And the third sentence is, here's what I'll do to repair it. And this is a good sorry when you've done a mistake. That step one, say sorry clearly with the right non-verbals. Sentence two, if you can, a short sentence where you capture the feeling of your mistake on others. Don't go overboard here. A short sentence is good enough. And the sentence number three, if you can, a plan or a sentence which says, here's what I'll do to fix it. And if you practice it, you will convey a signal to the world that you are a strong leader, you are not scared of making mistakes and owning them, and you're also a person who will fix it and make sure that you don't make the same mistake twice. And the last important thing is, sorry is telling the other person ki yaar, you're important for me. Your relationship is important for me. I value you. I made a mistake. Sorry. And many cultures have philosophies where they practice sorry with each other. The Jain culture does that every year. They have this 1 month where they say sorry to everyone, that my actions have caused you some harm, knowingly, unknowingly, I'm sorry. And they do it very well. In Australia, there is this World Sorry Day or National Sorry Day. I think it happens in May, where I think the colonial entry of the Europeans displaced the original natives. So they have a national sorry day where they say sorry to the original natives, and they respect that. And that's how they're building the communities together. Debatable, but a nice culture. What I encourage is that knowingly, unknowingly, we make mistakes. And if you can learn from the cultures that have apology as a foundation and practice saying I'm sorry very often, very regularly, don't feel that it's a sign of incompetence. It is a sign of leadership and strength. Don't feel that somebody will hang you and penalize you. Some organizations do, but if you are assertive, I don't think this will be a great problem. And last, not least, don't let your ego come in the way. Maintain relationships and trust with people, and sorry is a beautiful weapon and a tool for you to create amazing collaborations and leadership image for yourself in the world. Stay safe.
Hi there. I hope you're enjoying the videos my team and I are putting together based on the questions you send us. If you like this video, do check out the others on the channel. And also check out the courses I and my team of experts teach on communication, confidence, collaboration, curiosity, creativity and competence on our website some.education. That's some.education. All the details are in the description box below. Last not least, please do like, share and subscribe to our videos. They really help us. I do videos every Sunday 5 p.m. based on your questions. So keep them coming and stay tuned.